I will treasure dearly a father's love. You know, sometimes in our society and from Hollywood comes the ideal that all of us men have to be macho men. And macho men don't show their emotions. But that is a false ideal to try to live up to, men. We have emotions. And we need to be emotional beings. And you need to cry when it's appropriate. And you need to laugh when it's appropriate. And you need to be able to express yourself to your family when it's appropriate, which is all the time. And especially to say, I love you. I heard a story this week, and I really hesitate to even share it with you. And please forgive me. But it was a stirring story of a father and the love that was shown from his son. Dad was working on the car, had the hood raised, and his little boy, probably about 6 years old, was scratching, deep scratch marks in the paint. He said, Dad, I've written you a message on the car. His dad came around and he saw the scratch marks in the paint of the car. And he lost his temper. And he began to spank the boy's hands. And when he came to himself, he realized that he had a wrench in his hand. And he saw the injury to the little boy's hands. And he rushed him to the hospital. At the hospital, the fingers were so mutilated that they had to remove the fingers on his hand. In the hospital, the little boy asked, Dad, will my fingers grow back? Of course, Dad's heart's breaking. He knows that he's going to be in trouble. He goes home and he looks at the car. And the words are scratched in the paint. Daddy, I love you. And that man the next day went and committed suicide for what he had done. Now, dads, moms, how we impress our children is so important. What a challenge for us to be godly parents. Parents who will show love. We know children many times do things that are childlike. But let's love them. Be understanding. Considerate of our children. Many of us are grandparents, and our children are not at home anymore, but the children that we deal with are our grandchildren. Oh, to God, that we can show them love. The love that they're showing us is a love that will last forever. Did you know it? That the love of parents for children and children for parents will last forever, forever. I believe something else our children would tell us this morning would be, Dad, I need some of your time. I believe that's what the children would say. I need you to give me a little attention. Dad, please don't be too busy. Please, give me some time. I don't know if you've seen it on TV here recently, but I don't even know what it's advertising, but I just remember the picture. And the little boy has put out in the backyard by the swimming pool, Dad's office. So he wants Dad to go to the office and be with him in the backyard. Dads, don't get too busy for your children. You know how much time the average dad spends with his children? You want to guess? 20 minutes a day? No. 10 minutes a day? No. 5 minutes a day? No. 40 seconds a day is how much time the average dad spends with his children. And that involves get up, eat, get ready for school, see you tonight. And then at nighttime, very little conversation. They're crying out to us, parents, I need some of your time. They would say, please don't be selfish with your time. You see, a lot of dads have time, but they selfishly spend it on themselves. I'm too tired. I want to rest. Don't bother me. Go in yonder and play, or play on the internet, or watch the television. Oh, Dad, if you've had time and priority to give to your job during the daytime, you need to have priority to give to your children, because your children are much more important than your job. You see, sometimes it's easy to get things out of perspective and not consider the things that are so important. Don't be selfish with your time. And then they would say, Dad, don't be lazy. You know, it's such a temptation these days to prop your feet up, get involved in some favorite television program or reading the newspaper when the children need some attention. How much more rewarding it would be if we gave that time to the children. The third thing that I believe children would say to their parents, Dad, I need discipline. So, children would say that? No, probably not while they're children. But later on in life, if not expressed openly, would be desired within them. I need discipline. I need teaching about what is right and wrong. Listen, parents, if you do not teach your children the difference between right and wrong, don't expect them to get it at school. Don't expect them to get it at the babysitters. They are depending upon us to tell them, to teach them about right and wrong. A few weeks ago, we had our soul-winning class on Saturday, and I walked out of the building here and out on the street were 3 young men, and I just began to talk to them and asked them where they went to church, and they said, we don't go to church. And I started telling them about Jesus. And they said to me, we're pagans. We don't believe in God. And we believe that whatever a person wants to believe is okay. But we don't believe in God. And those children had learned that